and just holding on to being upset or holding on to so many different things, the weight of holding on to not forgiving or stonewalling or silent treatment or letting you have it, honey, dragging you, whatever it is, the weight of that, it aided in me wasting time and wasting my life. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. Now, for those of you that are new, I am the initial wife of Coach Nazir. Shout out to him and my awesome co-wife, Coach Nyla. Yes, shout out to her, honey. She deserves every bit of a shout out that I can give. She makes this easier. She just does. And I mean, I was never early on in a place to go, she's going to make it easier, all right? I mean, it just was not where I was in my journey. But I knew a long time ago that her personality was one of which could make things easier. Because she doesn't look at the danger in people first. She looks at the goodness in people, and then she'll get the danger together. She'll get it together. She feels very deeply and feeds and can sense energy as soon as it hits a room. I've said this before. I think many women can do that, but she does it in a different kind of a way. So shout out to her. Now, this video, I've been asked this a lot, and we do get tons of DMs, tons of emails, and my family and I are traveling right now, and it feels good to just work, but relax with them and have fun with them. But we get this question a lot, and ain't no we. I get this question a lot. It's been one of them days. It's been long, but I felt like I needed to really get in here and talk about it. The question is have I truly and authentically forgiven Coach Nazir for practicing polygyny? And the short answer is yes, I have. I mean, I couldn't create this kind of content if I hadn't. Nobody makes me do it. He doesn't make me do it. He can't control us. I mean, we're grown women. You either going to be here, you're not going to be here. And that's a decision that I made for myself. And I'm glad I made that decision because we're all invested in doing the work. Now, I'll speak just to my marriage with Coach Nazir. We're invested in doing the work of making our marriage successful or more successful. It wasn't always that way for me. I won't speak for him. He's grown. He can answer his own questions. But, and you know, you guys let him know if you want to have a video where he can talk about that. Now, he has talked about it often on this channel and on different platforms. He's been interviewed. He's been parts of panels. He's been a panelist. He's been in personal development for a long time, but we all fall and wish we were better. And he has his own story, and it's pretty awesome to sit back and watch him be a coach. Because I mean, I always wanted him to win. I mean, if he's going to be a husband to me and someone else, I want you to be good. You know, you ain't going to show up all raggedy for somebody else. Now I'm the other wife. I mean, it just, you know, I would have all kinds of stuff running through my head, but this is how my brain is wired, y'all. And ain't no amount of y'all wanting it out of me. It's not going to leave me anytime soon. In my moments of truth and triumph, I had to sit there and say, what kind of husband do I want him to be if he's going to be in polygyny? Do I want him to be a loser? Do I want him to win? Do I want him to be a good father? Do I want him to be ever present in the life of his wife if it's not just me? And I don't want him to be anything less than he's been. Now, he showed up and not had, you know, success in a lot of areas when we first started in polygyny. When he first started in polygyny, he didn't. And he'll tell anybody that. And I like the transparency, and I like his honesty, and I like that he's not giving himself excuses. He just hasn't. And I would be the first one to tell him that was an excuse, bro. I mean, I've been knowing him since he was 14. So I'm careful at what I say, but I'm intentional that it needs to be said, you know, and he's really good about knowing what's going on in his life and why and what he needs to do. But early on, it was bumpy for all of us. It just was. I mean, there was no support. We didn't have it. People that weren't talking about polygyny 11 years ago in the way they do now. There wasn't this kind of social media platform to even really speak about it, you know, so we didn't have it. That's not an excuse, that's the facts. You know, I wish I had so much. I just wish I had the support. And, I turn them L's into lessons, not losses. I say that all the time, and I don't get tired. But that question has come up a lot. Have I forgiven him? And I just have. I let it go. But I learned to open my mouth, use my words, and I did say use my words. And have those hard conversations, because if I think that ignorance was bliss, it just wasn't. It was hell, because you don't have the clarity that you need. You don't have the information that you need to move forward, you know, and just holding on to being upset or holding on to so many different things. The weight of holding on to not forgiving or stonewalling or silent treatment or letting you have it, honey, dragging you, whatever it is, the weight of that, it aided in me wasting time and wasting my life. Because for me, there's still good times to be had. There's still laughs to partake in. There's still healing work that I need to do. And I can't do that if I haven't forgiven him. It's a roadblock to me. It's not empowering me. It's not helping the marriage. And if I can't help my marriage, then what do I look like trying to help somebody help their marriage? I got to be invested in the work that I'm coaching about. I got to be invested into my own health and healing and my mental wellness. We're not talking about mental health in polygyny. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. That's the part. I said for me, I said for Fatimah, for my marriage, this is not an impossibility because it wasn't perfected before it was done, before it was practiced, before he married again. So I don't know how his elevation is going to happen. Maybe this is what it looks like. Maybe losing his brother, gem of a human being, may Allah grant him Jannah, was part of elevation. Maybe losing his father, part of elevation. Maybe having 10 children and 2 bonus babies, part of elevation. Marrying me when he was 19 and I was 20. And we had 1 child. There was 1, but there was 9 more to come. And 2 bonus babies. Maybe that was his elevation. Maybe that was part of it. Maybe it was part of mine. So I can't embrace it and dog it at the same time. That's not who I want to be. Maybe part of my elevation was sitting up as a little fast, funky teenager talking about, I ain't having no kids. You know, we was in Desert Storm back in that time. They were they were bombing Muslims. And I was like, them people crazy. They should bomb them. I'm sitting here Muslim now. I'm sitting here the mother of 7 now with 5 bonus children. I'm sitting here in polygyny now. So the things that I challenged showed up in my life. Part of my elevation. So I'm not going to embrace those things any longer and then continue to drag them. Because then that hurts my family. That hurts me. That hurts my marriage. It's not the business I want to invest in. I want to invest in healing. Starting at home, then helping others. Oh, honey, I can find a champion inside. I found her. But when I found her, I found his. I found my co-wives. I found our babies. So, I've forgiven him. And I brought myself down several notches in forgiving me. And forgiving my co-wife. And listen to the truth of other people to get understanding. We say it all the time here. My co-wife has said it all the time. We don't just understand to be understood, but we want to understand others. I want to listen to somebody to understand, not just talk to be understood. Dog, it's a two-way street. I don't tell him, live the life you want to live, how I want you to live it. I don't do that. If he can look at himself in the mirror and he's worshiping his Lord, then he got all this. He got this. Because then he's praying. He's asking. He's requesting. He's offering select. So the building that's going on, he got it. And I'm making dua for him. My co-wife's making dua. Children making dua for him. He's making dua for us. That matters. And some people might say, oh, Fatimah, they got too religious on it. Well, you know what? I'm sitting in front of you. I'm a practicing Muslima, not a perfect Muslima. I've experienced massive growth over the past 11 years, so has our family. And that could not happen had I not said, you know what? I'm here. I'm invested in our family too. I want it to work too. I had to come to that realization after I embraced personal development and understood, ooh, you got some stuff you need to work on. Fatimah, you got some stuff you need to work on. And I started working, and I'm going to continue to work, and I'm not where I want to be yet. But I could find that champion when I stopped eclipsing her with my negativity. She was standing right there, a queen. Saying I was wondering when he was going to get up out the way and let me be great. And if people don't like it, they don't like me for it. Whatever. It's not a me thing. It's a they thing. And I'm cool with that. Okay. So, yes, I have forgiven him, and I pray that he's forgiven me. Inshallah. So with that, I hope you guys got some gems from this video. I'm going to go on up out of here before it gets too deep. I don't mind, but I got wifing to do. I have mothering to do. I have prayers to offer. I have hugs to give. And I can't wait to give them. Now, make sure you guys are following us on our social medias, because if you aren't, why not? On IG, we're Outstanding Relationships, and on YouTube and Facebook, we're Outstanding Personal Relationships. I'm going to leave you with some GOC, guys. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when we upload again. You'll be hearing from me, my awesome co-wife, Coach Nyla, and our incredible husband, Coach Nazir. Shout out to them. I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, practice some forgiveness so that others can forgive you too. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.